going to show you how to make teriyaki beef using a nice juicy steak. So stick around. Welcome back to No Recipes. I'm Mark Matsumoto, and I'm here to show you how to elevate your everyday meals. So smack that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss out. Teriyaki literally means glossy grilled in Japanese, and I've always been a little puzzled when recipes call for stuff like mashed pineapples or garlic in the teriyaki sauce. For the same reason you wouldn't want to add engine oil or bits of leather into the clear coat for your car, you don't want to add anything to your teriyaki sauce that's going to cloud it up. The good news is that you can still make a tender, flavorful steak while staying true to its name. The trick is to marinate the steak with the flavor of the ingredients and then finish it off with a simple teriyaki sauce. The results should end up looking something like this. With tender, juicy slices of medium rare steak glazed with ultra glossy teriyaki sauce, you can get the best of both worlds. The other benefit is that by marinating the meat separately, you can eliminate the sugar in it. This will help keep the steak from burning before it's fully cooked. Then you can finish it off with that crave-worthy, savory, sweet flavor of teriyaki when you serve it. Are you drooling yet? Let's have a look at our ingredients. I'm using strips of hanger steak today, which is a cut of beef that comes from right below the ribs. Usually, tenderness and flavor sit on opposite ends of a spectrum, but with this cut, you get a super tender cut of beef that's ridiculously flavorful as well. If you can't find it, use whatever cut of beef you normally use for steak. For our marinade, I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 inch slice of ginger, 1 large clove of garlic, 2 tablespoons of sake, and 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. For the teriyaki sauce, I've got a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of sake, and a 1/4 cup of sugar. Finally, I'm gonna use some scallions and black sesame seeds to garnish our beef teriyaki. To prepare the marinade, I'm gonna grate the peeled coin of ginger. I'm using a daikon grater, but use whatever grater you have on hand to turn it into a pulp. Then I'm gonna grate in the peeled garlic. Next, let's add the sake, oil, and salt. Then I'm gonna stir this together until it's combined. Next, let's drizzle this marinade all over the beef and spread it around evenly. By the way, the reason why I add the oil to the marinade is to keep the beef from sticking to the grill. That's why it's super important to make sure the marinade makes it onto every square inch of the steak. I've got a saucepan here that I'm gonna go ahead and add the soy sauce, sake, and sugar to. Then we're gonna bring this over to the stove and bring it to a boil. I know a lot of teriyaki sauce recipes call for stuff like grated fruit and aromatics, but in Japan, it's a simple sauce that includes equal parts soy sauce, sake, and sugar. That's because the name teriyaki literally means glossy grilled. So adding anything that's gonna cloud the sauce makes it a different dish. Also, in case you were wondering, the sake is added to provide umami in the sauce. The boiling temperature of ethanol is lower than water, so most, if not all of the alcohol in the sake and soy sauce is gonna boil off by the time the sauce is done thickening. Once the teriyaki sauce comes to a full boil, you'll want to turn the heat down a bit to keep it from boiling over. As the sauce thickens, you're gonna need to continue to lower the heat, so keep a close eye on it or it's gonna make a mess. When the teriyaki sauce is nice and thick like this, Remove the pot from the heat and let it cool.
Before we grill these up, I want to send a big thank you to every member of the No Recipes crew. You know who you are, and you're amazing. If you're not a member yet, and you're learning something new from my recipes, I hope you'll consider clicking the link in the description down below to join us. As a member, you'll get access to recipe previews, as well as a special members-only community where I share updates and give you a behind-the-scenes peek at what I do.
Okay, I've got a cast iron grill pan that's been preheating over medium-high heat to get it nice and hot, so let's get the steaks in there. Do you hear that? That's how you know the grill is hot enough. If you have a charcoal or gas grill, that'll work too, or you could just use a regular frying pan. Let these grill undisturbed on one side until they get some nice grill marks on them. This took me about 4 minutes on my stove. These are gonna smoke a bit, so make sure you have your range hood running full speed and open up some windows if you need to. Okay, these are looking great, so let's flip them over. Now I'm gonna let these grill for another 4 minutes or so until they have nice grill marks on the other side. I like my beef just shy of medium rare, and we're gonna have some carryover cooking after taking them out of the pan. So I'm gonna remove the steaks as they hit an internal temperature of 125 degrees Fahrenheit. If you like yours more well done, just leave them on until they hit a higher internal temperature. If you need to let them go a bit longer, I'd recommend flipping them over at this point and rotating them 45 degrees to get some diamond-shaped grill marks. Now I'm gonna grill these thicker pieces a little longer to get them up to 125 degrees. By the way, the combination of the beef, garlic, and ginger smells incredible, and this marinade would work for almost any kind of protein, including chicken, fish, and even tofu. Just look at how juicy these steaks are. Okay, the last 2 steaks look good to go, so let's get them out of the pan and give them a few minutes to rest before you slice them so the juices have a chance to redistribute. I've let the steaks rest for about 10 minutes, so now it's time for the moment of truth. What are they gonna look like on the inside? Perfect. Okay, let's slice the rest of this up. I like doing pretty thick slices against the grain of the meat, but you can also go with thinner slices if you like. You can see I don't have a lot of drip loss on the board because I gave the steaks a chance to rest. Now I'm gonna drizzle on our teriyaki sauce. Just look at how shiny that is. That's what we call teri in Japanese. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle on some black sesame seeds and sliced scallions for garnish. And our beef teriyaki is done.
Whether you're into potatoes, broccoli, or rice, this teriyaki beef makes for a delicious entree that's mouth-wateringly good. And if you end up with leftovers, they make for amazing sandwiches along with some sauteed onions, so I hope you'll give this a try.
If you enjoyed this video, you can help me out by giving this a big thumbs up and by sharing it with all the meat lovers in your life. Well, I'm gonna go enjoy this teriyaki with a big old bowl of rice, but I'll catch you in the next one.